Hi, all. My name is Luna Rain, and this is a part of story. I got on TikTok land here, and I'm seeing a lot of my beautiful content creators still seeing a lot of hate and everything else with this. People, or I don't even want to call them human people, lower form vibrational people, still posting about Snap and, you know, trying to make it a shame, being a shame. The only thing I can say on that, the ones that are talking smack and saying all this in the background and everything else, I'm guessing these are the ones that have never have ever fell on hard times in their life. Okay, and I don't mean hard times by, oh my gosh, I'm not going to be able to pay my electricity bill until next week. I'm talking about hard times of, I've only got a bowl of soup. Am I going to eat this? Oh no, I can't eat this because my kids need the nutrients. So, anyways, there you go. That doesn't need to go no further, no deeper. There are people in this world, especially single parents, and underneath that umbrella term of single parents are even parents that their loved ones, their spouses have passed. Their loved one or their spouses are incarcerated. Their loved one or spouses beat the fuck out of them and left them with the kids and all while they're going out and having children with other ones. So, that being said, single parent terminology can fall underneath a big rainbow category. So, for all of you that want to sit here and tear people down because of the situation they're in, how dare you? I ask you to put yourself in somebody else's shoes for 1 minute. I ask you to live in poverty for a week. See how well it suits you. Because you've never had to be the one that's been on the other end of making the decisions of what needed to be done, who needed to be fed, who needed more nutrients. So, there's a little bit of inside knowledge. And yeah, it's easy for all of you to sit back. Well, you should have done this. You should have done this. It ain't your life. It ain't you shoulda, coulda, woulda. Again, put yourself in their predicament. Because we all come from the same kind of predicaments. We all have the same type of parents. It's just some carried and loved more and some did not. Ain't that what makes us who we are? We're human. But for all you video jockeys that want to sit here and tear people apart and make fun of and everything else, y'all should be... Purgatory be too good for you. If you know what I'm saying. So, that being said, back in my day when I was a kid, we was on, not Snap. They didn't have Snap back then. It was food stamps. You know, they send you a little envelope in the mail, and it had these other deals that you would open up, and it had the actual $1, $5, $10 increment vouchers. And, yeah. So, my mother was on assistance. My father worked every day in his life. My mother could not because we found out that she had seizures when she was a kid and her brain never grew past the age of 13. So, see, humans, you didn't know my mom couldn't do what she needed to do, but yet y'all would be and sit back and watch somebody on the outside that looks able-bodied, that looks, looks can be deceiving, like invisible diseases, like MS, lupus. You can't see it. But y'all sit back and make your judgments. Why do they lay in bed all the day? Why do they do this? And y'all just sit back and tear people down. You screen jockeys. So, I'm going to start calling them jockeys. We're going to start using that terminology, screen jockeys. Because that's what you are. You want to get behind, like in truck driving business, it would be CB jockeys. The ones that would be up in back rows at the truck stops and sitting there saying, I ain't got no pennies on, and stirring shit up and starting. Yeah, okay. Y'all hide behind the screens, bump your gums. But if you was actually out in public, you wouldn't say that shit. Got you. So, that being said, yes, this messes with me because I love all, and I guess I just can't fathom how mean and deviant people can be. When I look at humans, I don't see color, I don't see race, I don't see male, female, nothing like that. I look at a human on their soul level. And this takes me back to high school, the Regina Georges of the situation. So, humanity. What? 144,000. I'm thinking I'm actually leaning towards the ones that are actually leveling up, and the ones that are staying lower form vibrational is not. And we already know that and see that. So good luck. And the ones that are sitting back being these video jockeys, karma is a bitch. I don't deal with it. None of us deal with it. The universe hands it out. Words are magic. And what you speak, it shall come to pass. So what I've seen with these big old video jockeys, what I've seen happen is they make their comments on here. It gets back to the job. It gets back to the jobs. And their jobs are like, we don't want this type of person, especially when they worked at the hospital. You know who I'm talking about. She lost her job. The nurse lost her job. I don't know about that other. I think that other girl lost her job too. And what's so funny is these are the ones that are losing stuff left and right. Getting out here making fun of people for being on SNAP, food stamps, any kind of benefits. They're turning around and losing their jobs, and they're getting put on assistance. Double-edged sword, don't you think? What you speak comes to pass. Words and food for thought. Much love. Have an amazing day.